Find your fucking voice. That is the title of the video, and that is what we're going to be exploring and talking about in this video. I've made my career off of helping people tell their story via ghostwriting, hybrid ghostwriting. And when I finally sat down with myself, ready to tell my story, ready to write the novel I had been marinating on for so far too long, I finally sat down to write it and ran into the biggest wall, the scariest wall of all: authenticity. And there's so many techniques. You watch so many videos where they're like, oh, just be somebody else. That's the trick to confidence. Pretend that you are that confident person. And it's like, okay, cool. And that gets you confidence. Sure, it totally does. Like you can pretend to be somebody else. You can then be somebody else. It allows you to be somebody else, but it's not authenticity. And that's the hardest thing when it comes to what I want to do and what I assume you want to do. I want to speak my voice. I want to tell my story. I want to be my own person. I don't want to fake it till I make it. I want to stand as myself and make it. I want me to be enough. And that might be a heavy ask. I don't know. Fingers crossed. I hope it's not. I hope that authenticity isn't just fake it till you make it. Confidence. Like I want to believe that authenticity is achievable. So that's what this video is about. This video is about my pursuit towards authenticity and towards finding my voice, and how they both need to happen, I guess. Yeah, I guess that's what it is. I thought this video was just going to be about me talking about, oh, well, I need to find my voice, which means I need to like do open mics and I need to like embarrass myself. But actually, I think this video is just about who is Alec, who does he want to be, but who is he? And then I guess for you, who are you and who do you want to be? For me, and I think for you, maybe, you'll have to let me know. But the scariest thing about authenticity is the rejection. When I'm being Alexander the student, or being Alex the son, or being Alex the boyfriend, it's like, okay, well, if they reject me, they're rejecting my version of student, son, boyfriend. It's not me that they're rejecting. But the moment there's no actual role, when I'm supposed to just be me and share that, the rejection is in biblical proportions. To be rejected on that level it feels like dying. And I know it's not dying. Couldn't possibly be as bad as dying. But for language, I cannot figure out another word for that sensation besides, oh, I'm going to die. So that's why I've avoided authenticity for so long. Like every time I would get an idea for a project, I would first go see how everybody else did said project to figure out what works, is what I would tell myself. Oh, well, I'm just checking it out, seeing what works. But in reality, I was just masking. Masking's not the right word. I was looking for what other people did so that I could use their applications of said things to mask and not be Alex doing that thing. If that makes any sense. Let me know if that makes sense. I don't think it did. So if we're afraid of authenticity, how do we go about getting it or lessening said fear? And I think the fear part, we're going to put that to the side for right now, because we're going to put that to the side right now. We just need to get to how to be authentic. We can deal with the fear of authenticity once we get to authenticity, because there's a million things in between us and authenticity. So getting to authenticity is literally an act of deprogramming and undoing the neural pathways that have been ingrained to prevent you from being yourself. Which is just a bunch of extra words to say you have to stop being all the people you believe you're supposed to be and start being yourself, which sucks. And I know it sucks to be told, oh, you have to be yourself. That's what authenticity is. And it's like, oh, that guy? Oh. But I promise you, it is not as awful after a little while. Okay. Yes, it is awful, but not awful. Step 1 for reclaiming your authenticity is mirror talk. Now, warning for my body dysmorphic fans out there. Caution. I would suggest, this is what I had to do in the early stages, Get a small, compact mirror and only do mirror talk with your eyes. Do not do a full body mirror and do not do the bathroom mirror. Just get a small little like makeup mirror and just do the eye section. Because that's all that matters in terms of the first stages of mirror talk. As you get more comfortable, you can move on to looking at your face, but honestly, just look at the eyes. And what you're going to do when you're looking into the mirror is you're going to look into your eyes, which I already said, and just talk. Literally ramble. Talk to yourself as if you were a friend and you just wanted to fill the space with talking. That is it. There's no, oh, I need to make myself feel like I'm a better person, or I have to do any specific thing. No, it's literally just fill the empty space, talking to yourself, and get used to looking into your eyes while rambling, while talking about the weather, while talking about what you're going to make for dinner. Get used to that. Get used to the sound of your voice. Get used to the looks in your eyes. That's step one. Now, how you build off of that, looking just at the face and what. Now you can focus on the lips, focus on the cheeks, and you're not performing. You're not like, oh, well, I'm going to give a TED Talk. You can, and that is totally fine. But all you want to do is remind yourself of who you are when you have no role. Because when we're alone is the only time, not for all of us, but it is a time where we can be safe to not have a role. Most times in the world outside, you have to have a role. You have to be in something to be safe in society. Yeah, I hope that makes sense. And if you want more clarity on roles in society, let me know in the comments. That's all. For Mirror Talk, all you're doing is reminding yourself that you are a person and what you sound like and what you think. That's it. That's super simple, and I hope that makes sense. The second step is going to be a role inventory. What I did and what you'll do is make a list of every role that you have in your life. So for me, it was boyfriend, student, son, writer, and employee. Those were like my main roles. There were other ones like stranger, and that's more complicated. But just for right now, just do the basic roles that you interact with and that you are in every single day or almost every single day. And start listing the characteristics of each role. And that might be a little complicated at first to really distinguish who you are when you're with your partner and who you are when you're like with your parents or something like. But as you start to pay more attention, you'll start to see the slight differences in how you behave. And those are all natural. There's nothing wrong with being different people for different people. Not villainizing that at all. However, if your goal is more pure authenticity and you don't know who you are, figuring out all the roles you're playing and having them in a list with their attributes, you can start to find common denominators, common threads throughout each of the roles. And that is where you'll start being able to piece together, oh, that is me. I do that no matter where I'm at. Does that make sense? So yeah, step 2, role inventory, and dive into that and start to piece together who you are behind all your roles in every situation. Now, for the final step, it's application time. Some people find it difficult to unveil a new personality with somebody who you are already a person with. Like, you don't want to become a completely new person for your partner, and that's totally understandable. So what I would suggest is join a club or go to a new gym, somewhere where you can unveil your authentic self and take them for a test drive. And once you start to feel comfortable in that new environment, in your true self, then hopefully you start to feel comfortable enough to be your authentic self with your partner and with everybody else. And that is the key to finding your authenticity. Now we have to dive into how finding your authenticity then will fuel finding your voice. Finding your voice is a symptom of authenticity, if that makes sense. Once you have your authentic self, you'll have the voice. And there's this thing with writing where it's like people will ask advice on how to write character dialogue. This dialogue is really hard. And the number one advice for how to write character dialogue is build your character, have a clear identity, figure out who that person is, and then they'll just be talking. And that is the exact same with humans, because fictional characters are built off of real people. So, at least their mechanics are, is what I mean. So, once you have found your authentic self, your voice will start coming out. That is the case. I would not have made a YouTube video, period, if I didn't figure out who my authentic self is. I've been trying to find my voice, and I was going at it from the angle of, oh, I have to do open mics, I have to do all of these different things that stressed me the hell out, which, not bad. I mean, if that's what you're looking for, to get stressed out and pushed out of your comfort zone, totally do it. But I was going at trying to find my voice from the wrong angle. Once I started focusing on authenticity, my voice just started coming, and I believe that will be the case for you as well. So this was a very simple video. I'm going to be posting a video every week about the same length. Keep it kind of simple, easy to apply things that will change your lives drastically. My goal with this channel is I want to document my growth, sure, totally, but more importantly, I want you to be able to tell your stories, speak your voice, and be yourself. That the entire channel is designed to help you grow and be able to share your story with the world. So if you found this helpful, please give a like, and please comment down below what you feel like is your biggest challenge to telling your story with the world. Thank you so much.